Since 2013, Washington Performing Arts has furthered its mission by recognizing extraordinary individual achievement, service, and advocacy in the performing arts with the annual Ambassador of the Arts Award. Those honored have been truly extraordinary. Singer Jesse Norman, whose artistic achievement and commitment to arts education span 6 continents. Pianist Leon Fleischer, whose musical artistry and perseverance inspired generations of artists around the world. The voracious patron of the performing arts, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who passionately advocated for the integration of the arts in American life. Business leader and philanthropist Jacqueline Badger Mars, who through vibrant civic leadership and example ensures that all communities may enjoy access to excellence in the arts. Mezzo-soprano Denise Graves, who literally and prominently gives voice to her humanity, her spirituality, and her citizenship through music. The visionary museum director, historian, and champion of the arts, Lonnie G. Bunch III, Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution and formerly the founding director of the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture, and violinist, educator, and United Nations Messenger of Peace, Midori, whose virtuosity on her instrument is matched by the philanthropic drive of her Partners in Performance program, bringing chamber music to small communities throughout the United States. To this distinguished company, Washington Performing Arts has now added Soloman Howard, an acclaimed operatic bass, a tireless advocate both for the arts and social issues, and an artist with deep ties to Washington Performing Arts. An alumnus of Washington National Opera's K. Fritz Young Artists Program, Soloman Howard has gone on to perform leading roles in Washington National Opera productions of The Magic Flute, Don Giovanni, The Ring Cycle, and other cornerstones of the repertoire. He was also acclaimed for his performances as both Frederick Douglass and Martin Luther King Jr. in the Washington National Opera world premiere of the revised edition of Appomattox by Philip Glass. His many other celebrated appearances have included productions with the Metropolitan Opera, San Francisco Opera, and English National Opera, along with concert appearances with the likes of Gustavo Dudamel and the Los Angeles Philharmonic. Off the stage, the Anti-Defamation League presented Soloman Howard with their Making a Difference Award in the summer of 2016 for raising awareness of voting rights through his performances of Appomattox and for bringing opera into the larger community. Before all of these stellar professional achievements, however, Soloman Howard discovered his voice and his vocation as a young member of the Washington Performing Arts Children of the Gospel Choir. As he points out, this formative experience in the choir taught him how to harmonize in more ways than one.
The family environment, then being around 350 kids that all had the same passion for music, for the arts, and then these great directors that had come in to conduct and be a part of helping to kind of reshape and give direction to so many youth. Coming into a rehearsal and sitting with kids from all over, from different backgrounds, from a lot having similar backgrounds, but even the ones that were slightly different from us, and having to come together. You have all these different voice types: soprano, alto, tenor, bass, and we have to pull together to create one sound, one body, and that's something that even in the political climate today, it's something that we have to do. We have to come together to create, one body, at least try to, and putting our differences aside. That's something that I learned, one of the things that I had the privilege and the honor of learning with Children of the Gospel.
As a member of Children of the Gospel, Soloman Howard gave countless performances in D.C. and beyond. including a 1997 European concert tour that included the opening ceremonies for the Guggenheim Museum in Bilbao, Spain. As a professional, he has returned to collaborate with Washington Performing Arts many times, including a performance in Of Thee We Sing, our 2014 commemoration of the 75th anniversary of Marian Anderson's Lincoln Memorial Concert.
The Met will be lucky to have you.
And in our 2016 gala, in a homecoming appearance with our Children of the Gospel Choir, took part in 2 Washington Performing Arts online-only performances at the height of the coronavirus pandemic, singing in our July 4th, 2020 collaboration with the United States Air Force Band, violinist Joshua Bell, and others, and in early 2021 co-hosting our virtual edition of the annual Living the Dream, Singing the Dream tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., starring the combined Washington Performing Arts men, women, and children of the gospel choirs and choral arts. For his many achievements in a career that is still on the rise, for his commitment to community and to sharing the joy and solace of the arts with an ever-expanding audience, and for his lifelong partnership with and contributions to Washington Performing Arts, we are proud to present the 2021 Ambassador of the Arts Award to Soloman Howard.
For this particular organization, I have always appreciated the fact that it's not specifically one genre, one style of music that's always highlighted. You know, there's classical, there's gospel, there's jazz, there's even been some hip hop, some contemporary jazz, the traditional, of course, doing the spirituals on the sacred side. That's something that I've always paid attention to with WPA, is that it seems to be an all-inclusive, and then you have artists from all over the world that come here, and you're giving a platform to people from any and everywhere to come in, providing that they're good at what they do, to come in and express themselves and to show that we may not, our language might not be the same, our walks of life may be slightly different, sometimes drastically different, but there is a common ground, and that's something that that we're going through today with in society right now with our political climate, where people feel divided, they feel like they're being pulled apart, and why I feel the arts are just vital to our existence as humans, because for a moment we are able to come together, we escape the reality of whatever is going on, whatever personal issues we have, whatever social issues we have, and we are able to come together. And that's something that WPA has always done, and something that I pray, and I'm sure that WPA will continue to do, is to continue to bring people, no matter what what borders or boundaries, walls are put up. We're always going to bring. I say we because I feel like I'm a part of the WPA family. I grew up here, so excuse me. But always, just bringing people together and giving them a sense of purpose.
A one-time choral singing prodigy, now an international operatic sensation, devoted to bringing music to more and more listeners in all walks of life. In his work, in his spirit, and now in name, Soloman Howard is a true ambassador of the arts.